And welcome back to Flagpedia Comic Studio, and where the previous video is that I just totally reviewed for the most underrated for this thing. I'm not pretty sure we already reviewed the underrated comic studios such as Country Flag and many more as well, but I put for other kinds of characters like these in the backgrounds. But this is where the previous video that I just went to do this as well. But I wouldn't actually going to be checking out with this one. Now, today, let's going to be checking out the Ultra Country Wars Comic Studio. Now, let's get right here to this one before we're going to begin of this video. And I absolutely got to tell you for this big news around here for this one. We're going to tell the breaking news that French is actually banning children for under the age of 15 before accessing to social media. So, due to the social media ban update, French government is absolutely going to sue them or some sort of suing social media as well, since after Australia's took place for the first time in the nations wide. So, I couldn't actually going to be telling you for something as well. Other countries like the other languages are absolutely going to be doing it as well, because since that the social media lawsuit have completely begun, it was a total of all of this thing as well, since the children's addiction or some sort of like this. Because due to the children's addictions to the social media, unfortunately, this will not be allowed from everybody as well for under of age of 15 or under of age of 13 also too. When any users are signed out, they absolutely still going to watch anything that they want without anything signing in, but unfortunately it was against the law. And new laws are coming around here since before 2027. So, right here, let's get on to the Ultra War Comic Studio, but unfortunately, that doesn't actually make any sense. So, in the previous video, it was definitely that I already said that in a while. But unfortunately, the studio was unfinished and it's big, so the folders will be blank for now. But there still is stuff there having a little bit fun. But the flags of the universe, there only have two. But unfortunately, this comic studio was so underrated as well forever. But not still. There must be for some other kinds of flags like the country balls, there must be a whole bunch of stuff around here. The evil characters, and many more of these things as well. And there's so much more, unlike the communism as well. So that must be for the Syndemic Empire as well. That must be for the Hundra powers, Vernos powers, Rowan powers, Matlander powers, Rowish, Basi, Kabuji, Tenuji, and Quimika. So, there are any other kinds of countries like this, could be even this one. So, there's a whole bunch of country bowls like here that are ways to show this. But, anytime on the user submitted sprites, they're absolutely being appeared like anything, but only two of them as well. So, this comic studio was pretty underrated, and we would not able to see on user comics whenever I would totally say, as I totally kept on adding one of the country balls like these into some kind of an unknown reality. So I wouldn't believe that I just added many country balls as possible, but looks like this won't actually going to be taking around like necessary as was. So, there must be more look like these, and pretend that there should be planets. I couldn't believe that we shouldn't be able to be taking a look around here for them as well. Everything is always blank, but we would have absolutely got to choose like anything what it does. So I keep on adding more and more countries like this. So I definitely added more countries of these things as well. So over here, right here to the top, and unlike the powerful countries like these, there's a few things is gonna be a little bit. I may probably going to find out what is going on around here. So there's no backgrounds and other kinds of stuff around here. So there is more around here, such as faces and anything from its own kind. And a sword over here. That must be for supernova powers. And there's nothing over here. Everywhere. So, I may have to end of this video. We would actually try to find something else. Let's go to the user comics and let's see what is actually going to look around here. So, the series may not able to continue because it was forever discontinued as well. But looks like there must be multiple bad endings and analog horrors like things as well for pretty much, but I couldn't actually gonna say that even though. So that must be for, oh Jesus. And of course there must be for whole new sprites around here. And some other kinds of countries for some other kinds of lands. There must be 3 pages all the way to 4 pages down. So this is where it absolutely starts right here on September 20, 2024. But all the way to this thing as well. And I cannot believe it. The final part would be at February 15 at 2025. This is so limited as well. Until in the future that something will going to take down at least. I'm not pretty sure it was going to be going on in the future, but I would not able to be saying around here like anything itself. So different versions about the dragons, and even more as well. Just like that. And this is won't going to be getting all the way for this one. And that must be the final one. Right over here. So I just definitely put around here for these things. So, we wouldn't able to see for multiple flags. And I wasn't able to find out what it actually look like. And some kind of low quality things I may not able to choose around here for something. So, anyways, I probably finally going to find out. I probably should end up this video for a little bit sooner. At least we would have able to find something as the studio crossovers. But maybe let's go for country balls. And this won't going to be necessary as well. So let's probably find something else as the country balls like as well. Now let's get back into the fictional comic studio or some kind of country balls as well. So let's just imagine in space-time, of course. So that would be for something else. And that must be somewhere in the galaxy overall. That would be for some kind of the darkest things like this. Now back to the country balls. And this won't actually going to be look like that anyway. So I felt a little bit dumb, but I should be able to replace the background and not anything around here too. Same background that it was. And we're not actually going to be look like this thing anyway. So I may not turn down to switch all over to do this as well, so this is too hard to find something else like the planetary stuff. Hopefully we should actually going to be stay right there at the same background. So there it goes around here for nothing about it else. So these probably going to be just look like the same thing. And I cannot believe that I should be able to end up this video. So thankfully I was a little bit dumb over here, and I'll be moving like a pretending planets over here for just like that. So of course that's eventually the end of this video for the meantime. So if you're gonna be checking out of this thing was so underrated, you can check out a link below around here into the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be see you in another video for as well in 2 days, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. But don't forget, you can try to check it out of this link in the description of the main website in order to browse some comics whenever you want as a children for this thing as well. But don't be too addictive to post for multiple comics around here onto the internet, because that causes the crash. But even due to the winter storms across the country that affecting multiple servers at once, I know the solution around here for you guys. So thanks again, and have a nice day.